Hey folks, Nathan here from the Star Wars Timeline Gold, Star Wars Beyond the Films, and the Star Wars Reports Rebels Roundtable, bringing you a look at a rather odd Star Wars item for Fantasy Flight Games. This is the first of the Adversary decks. We are going to look at all three as separate videos here. Fantasy Flight Games has basically gotten into this sort of print-on-demand thing for certain types of cards to help you with the role-playing game. There's specialization decks with different information about skills and whatnot from the specializations that you can get for, at this point, Age of Rebellion and Edge of the Empire. I have not picked up any of those myself. These are adversaries for these three adversary decks. You've got Citizens of the Galaxy we're looking at this time. In the near future, we will also look at Scum and Villainy and Imperials and Rebels. There's only 3 of these so far. Each one has 20 cards in it, not counting the one used for the front and the back. You notice there's no, cardboard packaging or anything. It's just a plastic container with the cards in it, and you have an extra card, so technically it's 22, where one of them is basically the background of it and the cover, the other one's the credits with the back information. Notice it says Star Wars Role-Playing. It is not specifically for Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, or Force and Destiny. It could work with any of them, because again, it's a similar game system across all of them, so you can use characters crossing over between them. The idea is you get all kinds of adversaries, rivals, minions, and such, showing up in the various guidebooks, the core rulebooks and such, and it's easier to deal with them if you're not having to constantly flip through book after book after book. So many of the more common ones, have been pulled here to create cards representing them to help the GM be a little more efficient. Let's take a look here at this physician, just as an example. So you got the name, you got your image there to help set the stage, you've got their different attributes there, the brawn, the agility, intellect, cunning, willpower, and presence, the soak value, the wound threshold, the defense, melee and ranged, the skills listed there. You flip them over, that's when you're going to see your talents, if there are any abilities, equipment, and a quick description of them, very much like you would see in one of the rule books. So a nice card there to basically have everything you need for that type of character all in one place. Citizens of the Galaxy, for what it's worth, you flip over its cover, it explains how to use the deck, pretty much what I just said. The back that lays out a little bit about it, about who these people are. There's no end to the variety of species and individuals that can be found if one travels far enough from home. Throughout the various sectors of the Galactic Empire and beyond, potential allies and enemies can be encountered at every corner. And then, hey, this deck requires the actual game. Duh. On the other side of that, that's the credits, basically. So let's see which 20 come in this one, then we'll do a much quicker look at the other 2 to see what 20 comes with those in subsequent videos here. In Citizens of the Galaxy, we've got Corporate Sector Authority Security Police, Corporate Sector Authority Security Captain, Corporate Sector Authority Vice Prex. That's Prex, not Pricks, just saying, although you could be the judge of that. Physician, which we just looked at, Shadowport Mechanic, Ugnaught Leader, Laborer, Astromech Droid, Maintenance Droid, Medical Droid, Protocol Droid, Security Droid, Wealthy Noble, Twi'lek Dancer, Comm Operator, Customs Inspector, Latrillian Merchant, I always have trouble saying that name, Latrillian Merchant, Diplomat, the Spaceport Administrator, the Planetary Governor, and finally, Politician. Alright, so 20, notice very generic, no specific names or anything like that, but to be used as adversaries within the game. If you already have all the books, you don't actually need these, but they're a nice supplemental thing to have, so that while you're playing, it becomes a little more efficient to prepare and to set the stage with images without having to flip through the books. They cost around $7, give or take. Not too expensive. If you're going to be playing a lot, might want to pick these up. We'll take a look at the other 2 in the next 2 videos.